Photo. A farmer harvesting credit to the agriculture sector maintained its long-term upward trajectory in 2025, reflecting sustained banking support for the sector despite mild short-term fluctuations. Data from the Central Bank of Nigeria show that Deposit Money Bank's credit to agriculture stood at N3.24 trillion in April 2025 before easing slightly to N3.23tn in May and N3.19 trillion in June, pointing to a modest month-on-month softening in the second quarter. Despite the quarterly slowdown, year-on-year figures show a strong expansion in lending to the sector. In the corresponding period of 2024, agricultural credit stood at N2.58 trillion in April, N2. 59 trillion in May, and N2.44 trillion in June. This translates to an increase of about N650 billion to N750 billion, representing year-on-year growth of roughly 25 to 30% across the quarter. The figures indicate a strengthening flow of funds to agriculture over the past year, suggesting improved confidence among banks in the sector's ability to drive food production, agro-processing, and broader economic growth, even as lending moderated slightly toward the end of Q2 2025. Agriculture in the country has long grappled with limited access to formal credit, a constraint that has slowed productivity and economic development for decades. Despite employing a significant share of the labor force and contributing more than one-fifth of national output, the sector historically received only a small fraction of total bank loans, often forcing farmers to rely on informal sources or personal savings for financing. High interest rates, stringent collateral requirements, and perceived riskiness have traditionally deterred banks from lending more aggressively to the farming community. The CBN Governor, Olayemi Cardoso, recently addressed the challenge, noting that despite agriculture's central role in the economy, it still receives less than 5% of formal bank credit. He described the challenge as a structural imbalance that has long constrained productivity and the growth of millions of farmers, and pledged renewed efforts to prioritize agricultural lending as part of broader financial system reforms. Cardoso made the remarks at the inauguration of the reconstituted board of the Agricultural Credit Guarantee Scheme Fund M, dubbing the event a «new dawn» for agricultural financing.